Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Sign up now for a $20 free bet. Just use the code IFLTV24. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're on the Yaz Island ahead of tomorrow night's Rising Stars Arabia show, live on DAZN. I'm here with promoter Ahmed Seddiqi from Seddiqi Sports. How are you, first of all, sir?
I am feeling amazing, alhamdulillah. Feeling really good. Really
Always very chilled out, Ahmed.
I have to be, something I love to do, doing it something for my people, for my country. Of course, I'm going to be happy and relaxed. Look at the view around us, so beautiful. Weather is nice. Good cars tomorrow. Outdoor event, so yes, looking forward to it. Yeah.
These Rising Stars Arabia shows that are kind of getting a lot of attention now. You've done a few of these now, and like I said, with ESPN Knockout and DAZN, these fighters are getting the coverage.
Yes, that's the whole point. I've been here doing this for the past 10 years, and our last event was my 10th year anniversary of opening up the gym and doing all these promotions. So I had to give back something to my people, and when I say my people, is the whole Arab world. And yes, it is. They needed a platform. If you don't have a platform, how will you find the boxers? In the UK they have amazing platforms. In the US they have amazing platforms. In Mexico, all around the world. But when it comes to our region, there was no platform. And I know many of the governments around here, and some top high-level people talking about grassroots and all this stuff, but I knew no one could do it because it's a lot of effort that needs to be put into it. You have to have passion for the sport. You have to love the fighters. You have to know how to take care of the fighters. It's easy to say, hey, let's do grassroots, but actually applying it, it's a lot of challenge. But I love that. I love that part of the business. Yeah. So it is a great one for the fighters from the region. Yes.
Let's talk about tomorrow night's show. The fight of the night seems to be the clash between Badr Samarin and Jeff Afori. A very interesting test for Badr against Jeff Afori, who's known to have upset a few of the fighters back home in England.
Yes, exactly. Of course, we have to put on some good fights. We're on international platform, on DAZN, we're on ESPN Knockout. The world needs to see our fighters, the fighters coming from the region. And of course, I do know, Afori's been beating some good prospects in the UK. And I mean, as I said in the press conference, it's not that it's a platform for Arabs, so it's going to be easy fights. No, they have to prove themselves. It's going to be a good test for Badr. He needs to prove himself, and if he needs to rise up in boxing, he needs to really prove himself, and it's going to keep on growing. The fights are going to keep on getting stronger and stronger, So they might win, they might lose. Let's see tomorrow, but I know Badr is going to win.
Main event sees Musa Ghulam in action again. He's building up a record and he's getting noticed now. So an interesting test for him tomorrow night to prove himself again.
Yes, again, his opponent Ilunga is from South Africa. He's coming from a 2-fight winning streak as well. #1 rated fighter in South Africa. And when you say South Africa, they have good fighters there. So again, as I said, Musa's been training hard, and I do believe in him. And yes, he did lose a fight previously, but this is again a place for him to prove himself to the world that he belongs on the high level in super featherweight. So there's a lot of good fights there. So let's see after tomorrow, and then we could see what goes forward with that. Yeah.
And obviously the familiar faces that we're used to seeing on these shows, Mohamed Bekdash and Fahad El Boushi, these guys are kind of still building their records, and they'll be into some sort of title contention very soon.
Yes, Mohamed Bekdash, he's had a tough life. He's been it's a very long story. That small documentary is going to come out about him. Very interesting guy. He's built his record a bit, not in the best way, but we're fixing that now. And he's a very tough guy. He's a very tough guy, and I do see the potential in him in cruiserweight. I mean, it's gonna take a few more fights, but his face will be familiar on the big platforms. Hopefully, hopefully soon. So, and again, Fahad Al Blushi, one of only few UAE national fighters. He has a good. I really like him. He needs to learn a lot, of course, but he's an entertaining fighter. He's going to be fighting with an opponent from Venezuela, hard-hitting fighter from Venezuela. So, I mean, all the fights are going to be good tomorrow. So, yeah, looking forward to them.
It should be a very interesting night. I know you're a boxing fan as well. I'd always like to ask you about other stuff happening. The latest announcement of Anthony Joshua fighting Francis Ngannou. What do you make of that fight happening over in Saudi Arabia on March the 8th?
I mean, the fighters are going to make good money out of it, that's for sure. I mean, as a boxing fan, I'm not a big fan, but to be honest, Francis Ngannou, he deserves it. With what he did with Tyson Fury the last fight, I think he deserves it. When I say he deserves it, I mean from his background, from where he's come from, and coming on the big stage, first fight in boxing, knocking down Fury, and many people said he even won the fight. I don't want to comment much on that. And again, fighting Anthony Joshua, I think he well deserves that fight. And it wasn't bad. So I think this next fight is going to be good as well. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Well, big fan, of MMA fighting boxing, but I mean, it is what it is, and let's support it as boxing. End of the day.
I think obviously, you made a good point there. Whether you thought that Ngannou won the fight or not, he put in one hell of a performance against Tyson Fury. To see him kind of getting another shot at the same kind of level is good for Francis Ngannou. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's good for boxing. Again, when it's, for me, whatever I see happening in the region, no matter which country it is, Abu Dhabi, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, for boxing, it's good for us. We're in the business where you could say maybe only the only Arab promoter in the whole region, and seeing those big events happening is going to motivate the fighters to perform better and to one day hopefully heading those big events. This is the target for us. The Rising Stars, just a platform. The future is for them to fight the superstars of boxing. Yeah.
Okay, we look forward to tomorrow night. Spectacular venue here on Yas Island. It might be a bit cold tomorrow. I'm assuming it will be. It was warm today, but of a night it's a little bit. Well, compared to England, it's warm, but
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time of the year here in the U.A.E, in Abu Dhabi. It will be cold, but again, the fights will be good, and I think the heat in the fight is going to warm us up probably.
I've got to make reference. When I say cold, it's nothing like the cold that we're experiencing in the UK. It's not that kind of cold. It's just for this part of the world, it is what's deemed as cold, but it's still,
It's still good. It's still good. It's good. It's the best time. It's perfect weather, actually. It is. Yeah.
Ahmed Seddiqi, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll definitely grab a word with you after the show tomorrow night, live on DAZN here on Yas Island.
Thank you, KUGAN.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Sign up now for a $20 free bet. Just use the code IFLTV24. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.